Hey boys and girls, Lucky here and welcome to the first episode of Noob to Pro Comeback, the series where I will be going through my very own Noob to Pro tutorial series in order to get better and relearn the game myself again. This will include me actually practicing, doing the practice routines, following the guides themselves, and also then showing how you apply them in actual in-game matches. So I'd say, let's get right into it. Alright, so Noob to Pro episode 1. Just gonna start here real quickly. Oh, I guess we need this little intro so you guys, for old time's sakes. There we go. And there's me. Okay, I gotta check out if I still got the song actually. So, alright, game DVR is already disabled. Launch options, did that, link phone, yes, yes. Yes, 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 and yes. All of my old stuff still completely used right here. So I think I don't have much to do in this episode actually. So what I think is that I'll be going over to the training routine, straight into that. 60 to 90 minutes every day of deathmatch. Only M4 or AK. And only ever hit one of the movement keys, aim for the head and keep your crosshair up, so pre-aim, very important, 3 to 5 bullets bursts at a time, and control the downward recoil for the first 10 bullets. Force yourself to do these things. The score is not important, you want to get better. Yes, that's what we're trying to do. So, I had a pretty rough start when starting out with the M right here. You see, for some reason I just felt like the spawns are pretty random, but every time I got a kill I instantly died, and I still felt very rusty the first couple of rounds, so, yeah.
2 hours later.
Anyhow, a little later, even in the same game, it felt like I slowly was getting back, so my main problem just seems to be that even though like my initial aim is not that bad, I tend to transition way too soon into somewhat of a spray, but I don't really do like I should be doing, but I'm not. Even though like in these scenarios spraying usually wasn't even the best option, I probably should have just bursted, which I usually always did anyways. But for some reason, every time you take a break, or if you're not that good at this, you tend to just go out and spray more and try to control it, even though like just readjusting your aim and just rebursting is a lot more efficient. So this is, I think, more of a mental thing that I have to get back to like doing again. But yeah, besides that, I feel like I actually pick it up pretty fast again compared to especially last time. Like the first time I played, I just felt like I was walking on soap, and now I really feel a little more snappy. Like, let's see how many of the episodes I have to check out right here in order to get to the level where I want to be. Okay. So, in the background, what do we have this time? So, it's about movement mechanics. I still know how the movement mechanics works. I still know about strafing, crouch jumping, strafe, blah blah blah. Yeah. So what I also have to do is surf servers, 30 minutes, and then practice jumps, also 30 minutes. I think this is probably like good for the first episode, so I'll be doing some surf and see how well I'll be doing with that. Alrighty, so surfing still seemed pretty okay. I seem to be doing fine. I was just jumping straight ahead to the last part of Kitsune right here, because I did pretty much all of that on first try. Only the last one right here I took 2 tries for in order to get it, which I think is fine regarding the time I haven't played the game. So I feel like I'm still pretty much on point when it comes to the whole strafing and air strafing. Gotta do a couple more of the jumps and stuff like that, but I feel like this should be, well, back pretty soon. I feel like my muscle memory is still there for the most part, even though I mess up here and there a little bit. I mean, it's still a little rusty and clunky, but for the most part I know what to do, and I feel like when I keep doing it, it's coming back fast actually. So that's nice as well. Alright, and this in practice I think was pretty okay. I'm still kind of rusty. I don't think that most of the strafes are gonna be a problem. I think I'll be back with them very soon. three major problems I've realized. My spray control right now is pretty garbage. I tend to do the wide crouch peek, just spray and pray thing, which isn't good. It always gets you killed. And last but not least, I sometimes am not very good with the... I sometimes mess up my stutter stepping, so I think this is also coming back very soon, just after I train a little more. However, since this is all still the beginning things, like setting up the game movement, improving aim, is why we'll also be checking out improving aim now, and see what I was suggesting here now too is, of course, usually every episode would go for 1 week. However, since I already played CS for quite some time and I just had a huge ass break, I feel like I can actually pack 3 episodes or 3 tutorials into 1 episode. Okay, crosshair placement. Yeah, I still know how to do that, and pre-fire as well. So, okay, so what did I say for the training routine? Pre-fire maps, 10 to 15 minutes, okay. Recoil control map, 10 to 15. Fast aim reflex, 30 deagle kills, then no clip and survive, 10 to 15 minutes. DM preferably, 15 to 30 minutes. Okay. This is surfing and jumps map. So I'll be doing some of this stuff right here to hopefully get more consistency. So just be able to peek, re-peek, fire instead of just go crouch and spray and pray. And also be able to get at least 10-15 bullets of the spray pattern down again. Yeah, so let's do this now. Alright, so you guys know I've never been a big fan of spraying in general or spraying learning map right here. However, I feel like if you haven't done anything in a while, it really helps you, especially due to all the data you got, showing you the spray pattern, how to follow it and that stuff. So if you just need something to remember it, like a cheat sheet kind of type of thing, this actually felt pretty decent this time around. Now onto the pre-fire maps. I really love those. They are extremely good because even though you can get your basics down, for example just normal aiming, also some crosshair placement, just general crosshair placement, not specific ones that you for example would develop right here, it really helps you when you do the pre-fire maps to not only get the basic knowledge down and the basic skills, but especially the matchmaking, the competitive specific situations, because you, for example, right here there are always the different bots on the different locations where people would usually be hiding from or just holding the side from. So this means if you're not really sure where to go in competitive, this will show you where to go. Now on A was pretty decent, and on mid I also felt I was doing pretty well. The FPS for example right here are just low because I had 2 recordings running at the same time, in case you guys were wondering. But I still felt A and B and Mirage for example right here are pretty fine for me. However, I did struggle a lot more when it was coming to the B side. Now on B, I think it took me 4 or maybe even 5 tries to complete it completely and actually get rid of all the bots without dying. So this definitely showed me that when I'm going back into competitive, the B side right here is something that I have to practice a lot more when I'm playing on Mirage, because I know I'm pretty decent still on A. I know where the spots are, where to look to. However, on B I really don't feel as confident, so it really, even against the bots, took me a little while. So even if you're not sure where you have to go or just in general how you should improve in competitive, I think the pre-fire maps really help you to just kind of find your own weaknesses, and since my weaknesses are many right now since I haven't played a long time, this really was great as well for me. Back to my very own and favorite also warm-up routine that I developed myself. So on the fast aim reflex map right here, something that's really nice is that, especially if you're feeling very rusty or clunky, you're just having an off day and you feel like nothing is hitting, you can't play properly. The nice thing here is that you start out with a deagle, headshot only of course, you go for 30 kills or so, and the nice thing is you only use your right hand, so you don't have to worry about your movement, about your stutter stepping, about all of that. So it's easier, especially if you're having a bad day, to just warm up your one hand first and then follow it up with the other one, because then you it just feels easier. Something I also realized is Overwatch made me also better at CS in some way, I feel, because I never have been really good at tracking aim, but since I played lots of Tracer in Overwatch, which is only tracking aim, I felt like this actually did help. So you can see usually I was flick aiming all the time when I was playing CS, but now I'm actually able to track as well, and try to mix it up here and there to see how it just feels. And again, if you're warming up, this is also nice to just alternate between kind of aiming styles to just get it all warmed up completely. Now, the even better thing, after you warmed up your normal right hand aim with your just shooting deagle and
also missing a couple of people here. You just fly out with no clip. Now, what I like about this kind of zombie style kind of gameplay is that you have to stutter step, because if you're just standing still, the bots will actually tend to AD strafe more, which makes them harder to hit. However, if you do so at the same time, you will not only just warm up yourself and practice the stutter stepping, but again, make it easier for you to actually adjust to moving targets and to hit them. So this really did help me out a lot. I feel like after I've been doing this warm-up for a while, I felt like I really felt closer to where I actually left off. I mean, I'm still kind of far away from that, but I really feel like I can, like it's possible to get there back to the point I was more rather quickly than what I thought before. So if you're struggling with your stutter stepping, and I said this before, like when I was talking about where I'm currently having problems with, this really helped me a lot to just get down more with my stutter stepping again and make it more consistent. Another thing also is that it helps me with just like the headshot bursts like that, which is still a little ishy for me right here, because you can see I usually just aim for the head and then I just burst like 3 bullets or so. Usually you also want to pull down very slightly, which I'm not doing right here. I really have to get used to doing that again, just a really slight downward pull, because of course as soon as you start shooting, the bullets will also go higher. Even if it's just a smaller burst, the chances of hitting the target and the head is a lot higher if you do just a very tiny pull down after the first bullet, in order to compensate for the very small like spread or deviation that you're receiving when firing in succession after, well, the first bullet obviously. But yeah, please let me know what you think about the series, and let me know in the comment section down below what you liked and what you did not like, so that I can improve the video for the next episode. But I think that's pretty much all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and luckySkillFaker out.
Rush. One quad.
I'm flashed again.
He's low.
I'm a fully white boy.
Fucking win this shit.
You're a mayonnaise boy. I just hear.
I'm a white boy.
Cam, there's a bison for you. On fork.
One car, help me.
On fork.
Hey, Cam, there's a bison.
Bison.